आपको फ्रेम का बता दिया. And here you can select your shapes from this. अच्छा, इसमें शॉर्टकट कीज भी हैं. You can select your frame with F, rectangle with R, line with L, arrow with shift plus N, and circle with O. So right now मुझे रेक्टेंगल की नीड है. So yes, here मैंने select कर लिया है. And here it is. Just copy this. If you're familiar with the Instagram, so ये जो दोनों मैंने रेक्टेंगल बनाए हैं ना, पहला रेक्टेंगल है जिसमें आपको आपके मैसेजेस एंड वो पोस्ट या फिर रील ऐड करने वाला ऑप्शन आता है. ये रेक्टेंगल वो वाला है. और नीचे आपके जिसमें होम पेज, सर्च, रील, फेवरेट्स और आपकी प्रोफाइल शो होती है, ये वो है. और जो भी आपकी प्रोटोटाइपिंग होती है ना, वो आपकी इस एरिया में होती है. मतलब आप इस एरिया को स्क्रॉल करते हो, बट ये जो दोनों रेक्टेंगल्स हैं, ये दोनों स्क्रॉल नहीं होते, ये स्टिफ रहते हैं.
Basically, they are the header and footers for your application, and that's the body of your where you are working for the prototype. Okay.
Right. Right now, for my convenience, I'm going to select this, and you can change your color like with this fill. और हमें हमेशा ना हर एक कलर का कोड मिलता है. जैसे मैंने अभी यहाँ पे ग्रे कलर है, so ग्रे कलर का
That's a hex code, and if you want to anyhow, if you have worked on HTML or CSS, that's the basic technology I've worked on through your schooling as well. You use hex code for your websites. If you are not able to particularize a color, if you want to use a shade of that color, you use hex codes or some RGB values. RGB is red, green, blue values. So that's the basic norm.
मतलब आप किसी भी शेप का या किसी भी कलर का उसकी विजुअलिटी आप यहाँ से चेंज कर सकते हो कि वो आपको कितना ज्यादा दिखाना है या फिर
you want to deal with the transparency or opacity of that color, you can just move through this bar, and you can just
and you can use this
set the percentage.
Right. So let's just set it. Okay. And there are lots of things like stroke, effects and export. Stroke से basically मैं भी stroke use करने वाली हूँ, as in I have to tell you guys about this. So इसकी intensity कुछ ज़्यादा है, so थोड़े कम करते हैं. So say to 0.5. Yeah, it's great. Okay.
As far as I can see, stroke was around something that border around that boxes.
Yeah, it's an outline.
Okay.
You can add shadows if you want, like effect के लिए. So yeah, here is it. यहाँ से अपनी shadows add कर सकते हो, dark कर सकते हो, light कर सकते हो. It's all upon to you, but यहाँ पे हमें need नहीं है. So let's just drop it right now. Okay, so हम हमेशा देखते हैं कि हमें ना आइकन्स दिखते हैं कुछ, लाइक होम के लिए एक स्पेसिफिक आइकन है, सर्च के लिए आइकन है. तो आपको ये आइकन्स कहाँ से मिलेंगे? फिग्मा इसमें काफी सपोर्टिव है. ये आपको एक साइन दिख रहा होगा, रिसोर्सेज. अब रिसोर्सेज में जाओ, यहाँ पे टाइप करो आइकॉनिफाई, आपको ये मिलेगा. इसको रन करना, एंड जो भी आपको आइकन चाहिए ना, आपको यहाँ मिल जाएगा. एक वे इसका ये है, एंड सेकेंड वे इज योर गूगल फॉन्ट और योर गूगल आइकन्स. गूगल आइकन्स से आप कोई सा भी आइकन यूज कर सकते हो. उसको डाउनलोड करो PNG में, उसका वेट, उसकी विड्थ आपको जैसे रखनी है वैसे रखो, एंड यू कैन डायरेक्टली यूज दोज आइकन्स इन फिग्मा. इवन आप उसको कहीं भी यूज कर सकते हो, स्केच में यूज कर सकते हो. Wait a minute, madam. I can hear. स्क्रीन विजिबल है काव्या?
Yes, it's visible.
ओके, सो आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, यहाँ पे बस आइकन है, आइकन का नेम सर्च करो, होम से रिलेटेड आपको बहुत सारे आइकन मिल जाएंगे. यू कैन चेंज योर विड्थ, वेट, ग्रेड अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, लाइक कुछ. सो यार मुझे आइकन सेलेक्ट किया, पीएनजी फॉर्म में डाउनलोड किया, and here it is. Now you can use this icon anywhere.
Change the screens, I guess. You're presenting a single screen.
Right. Give me a sec.
I hope everyone is doing some hands-on right now, because that would benefit you. Eventually, if you'll hear, you will find it easy, but the way you will perform, that will be like the task you need to complete.
Right. ओके, सो ये आइकन वो है जो मैंने गूगल आइकन से निकाला था, और ये आइकॉनिफाई का. डिफरेंस कुछ भी नहीं है गाइस दोनों में से किसी में भी. इट इज लाइक कि आइकॉनिफाई फिग्मा सपोर्ट करता है एंड गूगल आइकन कोई भी आप सपोर्ट कर लेता है बहुत इजीली. सो आप उसमें बेसिकली डाउनलोड करते हो और कहीं भी उसको यूज कर सकते हो. आप बस आइकन की ना विड्थ या हाइट भी चेंज कर सकते हो विद दीज. लाइक मुझे 25 चाहिए, सो यस. एंड इफ यू वांट कि आपका आइकन ब्लैक कलर की बजाय किसी और कलर में अपीयर हो, सो राइट क्लिक और यहाँ पे आपको प्लगइन्स का ऑप्शन दिखेगा यहाँ पे. ओके, सो इफ यू आर न्यू टू फिग्मा, सो यू हैव टू डाउनलोड ऑल दीज थिंग्स. लाइक आप उसको नोट कर सकते हो. कलर ओवरले का हम इसमें यूज करने वाले हैं. जस्ट गो विद दिस, choose your color. Okay, let me show you this and select this button, colorize. Okay. So yes, ये सब इस चीज को लेके क्लियर है.
I hope everyone is clear. I would request each one of you to drop your replies in the chat so that at least we get an idea. Okay, great.
Here's a point कि ये बेसिक पॉइंट्स होते हैं कि अगर आप एक बार में जितने भी आपको आइकन्स सेव करने हैं या जितने भी आप आइकन्स चाह रहे हो कि 5 जितने भी हो, ट्राई कि उन सबका साइज सेम हो, उन सबके बीच का डिस्टेंस सेम हो. ओके, सो ये बेसिक था कि कोई भी आपका चीज कैसे वर्क कर रही है, आप कैसे आइकन को इसमें लेके आ सकते हो, या फिग्मा से आपको आइकन कैसे मिल सकते हैं. इवन ये इंस्टाग्राम भी मैंने उसी से निकाला था, आइकॉनिफाई से. एंड लेट मी सिलेक्ट एन अनदर फ्रेम. अच्छा, ये वाला फ्रेम मैंने यूज किया है. हम सब देखते हैं स्टोरीज, ऊपर आपको स्टोरीज का एक बार विजिबल होता है. सो बेसिकली आपका वही बार है.
Okay, whatsoever element you're working with, you need to use other frames for that, because you cannot work on the main screen. Because if you work on some part of the code, you have a container inside which you use some different small containers, like small packets of codes, and then you implement that. So for that, again, you need to use different frames to work around.
एक्चुअली जिस भी पार्ट में आप चाहते हो कि वो पार्ट मूव करे या उसका कुछ भी प्रोटोटाइप हो, सो यस यू हैव टू use another frame for that.
No, it's like if you want to add a particular styling to some part of the code, you have to use another element for that. You cannot like add some features on the main element. How
Right.
would you segregate कि मेरे को इस part के code में करना है और इस part में नहीं करना? So you have to use different frames for that. And I think another feature of Figma is that you can get some code, written code, which you can use in your applications by the day. Like if you are coding around something, you can use the code from here. You can pick the code from here and then implement it in your CSS files or the styling files, and then you can go ahead.
Right, Kavya. So I just added some circles for your story. Okay, so Figma also have one feature, guys. It's called UI faces. You can add some faces in any shapes. Like, let me same plugin. Go to UI faces. And
You cannot okay, Suchi, you cannot use CSS design here. It's like you're working with some part of the code. This is the width of your element, and this is the color of your element. This is the hex code for this particular element. If you have some industry experience, you will be going along, you're working along some applications or whatever development field you pursue, you need to require you have to submit the product the way they have designed it. You cannot make edits to it. So there's a feature in Figma where you can access the code for that particular element. Like if I click on this frame, you can get some part of the code, like whatever elements have been added into that, whatever colors are there, what's the width of the border, what's the border radius. Yeah, all these features you can access using Figma.
Okay, so with the help of UI faces, I've added some of these faces right here. मतलब मैंने कुछ पहले से डाउनलोड या कुछ नहीं किया था. It's all just because of Figma and its feature.
Okay, how did you add these faces? Can you please like repeat this part?
Okay, so like Iconify, Figma has another feature called UI faces. So just select your shape, go to plugins. You'll find all of these features in plugins. So okay, go to plugin, select UI faces, and select your gender, emotions, hair color. So randomly just
It's just that she's adding some faces right now, but whenever you develop an applications, these are the stuffs that are dynamic in sense whatsoever the users are there, from their data you will be getting the faces here. So just to design a prototype that your application would look like this, that's the rough go through that. Okay,
actually these things now we're going, it kind of you can say that ये हमारे लिए helpful नहीं है, but yes, it is helpful for our front end and our for back end developers. As in,
True.
yeah, design.
All the developers require designing, and I am also in the field of designing where at some stage, whatever you were hired for, no, you have to work more than that. They ask you to, like, they underpay you, or they ask you to work extra or work for the UIs as well. Like if you are a front-end developer, some organizations provide you with the prototype or with the design, like we are following this design and this is a design, you have to develop application around this. Other startups or some organizations which are yet to be getting into power, they just go through like whatever be the prototype, you just design it on Figma and then submit your application regarding that. Then we'll mark you and then we'll provide you the required stipend. So I think multitasking is also required and multi-scaling is also required at the same time.
Okay, so we all know that हम हमेशा scroll करते हैं stories को. Are you guys excited कि हम कैसे करते हैं मोशी? So let's do this. Don't have to do anything. Select your frame and इसको बस इसके अंदर लेके आओ अपने Android 1 के अंदर. Drag your frame inside the area जिसमें आप चाहते हो कि आपका फ्रेम उतने पोर्शन तक रहे. And now just go to prototype. Overlay scrolling में select horizontal scrolling. Okay, let me show you this result. Okay, give me a sec.
Basically, this adds a scrollable list to your code.
All right.
There is an
I think it's not visible.
Another tool, if you want to work with and you like don't want to get hands on proper coding, you can go ahead with WordPress, and there are some applications around WordPress as well. It's just some similar applications. You can just go through some YouTube playlists, some free resources. Apart from that, you can access to the Udemy courses. They have some discount coupons as well. And yeah, the WordPress developers and the other like graphic designers who have hands-on Adobe Illustrator and video editing and other stuff have a good pay scale for a month, and whereas a developer has to like work for hours to just develop an application, and they find it like they are not paid up to the skills. So that's a good field to choose if you don't want to like do hard work and enjoy your life. That's a good career to go like to pursue if you want to have a side hustle. And like I also do some designings. The till the time our team wasn't formed, it was me who was designing all the posts through Canva. And Canva is go to for every person to just design the posts. And yeah, Canva is another platform you can look forward to. Okay, she has choose another frame just to work
Right.
on
Okay.
the.
Let's just see how it came out. So here it is. It's my frame 1. Okay. So you can see that अब ये scroll easily हो पा रहा है. Is it visible, Kavya? Kavya?
Yes, it's visible. Yes.
So actually I should add this frame to this one. Wait a minute, guys.
Okay, you can rename the frames as per your convenience. Like this is the story, this is the main UI, and I think it's good to rename the frames so that whenever you go through your design, you are able to just crack where you are doing stuff.
Right. Okay. So मैंने इस फ्रेम को एंड्रॉइड स्मॉल 2 में इसलिए ऐड किया एज इन आई वांट कि मेरा जो ये वाला पोर्शन है ये भी थोड़ा स्क्रोल हो. Okay, let's just add some.
If there is no query from your end, but I felt that that's an important part to be discussed upon. I think the story portion was just shifted to this frame because she wants to scroll this part of the code. The header and footer remains the same when you are scrolling. So you are working on that frame which you want to scroll through. Okay.
Right, Kavya. So here are some random rectangles I'm going to put so that you can. Nice. Okay. Okay, let's just do this. Again, drag your portion of frame. Select your scrolling portion and it's going to be a vertical scrolling. Let's check out our prototype. Okay, so आपकी stories move हो रही हैं, and here you can scroll your question here. Okay. Wait a minute.
Okay, if any one of you are thinking to participate in the web design challenge that has been come up from the ISC Society of MSIT, so they have collaborated with Skyware, and they are designing a website for Skyware, and they have asked a proper link for Figma or Canva where you have designed your prototype. So it's good for you to just go through how you work along the elements on Figma or Canva, whatsoever suits you. So I think this session would eventually help you participate in that hackathon as well. So you can watch the recording whenever you want. Otherwise, there are enough resources through the you can mine the web whenever you require.
So here is another feature on Inspect. With the help of this feature, you can just align your frame or your shapes. Like you can see कि एक side से 17 and then another just 31. So let's just not.
Okay, this was just done by the arrow keys in your keyboard. She just selected the particular part of the code like that rectangle, and just use the arrow keys on your keyboard to align the items in the center of the code. And I think Shruti asked me about the code. You can see in the very bottom right corner that some part of CSS code is provided here, like position, absolute width is there, height, left, top, and the background color is also mentioned here. So that's the benefit if you are if you are prototyping your application on Figma, then you can get some part of the code here, and that can be used into your CSS files.
Okay, so let's just move into typography. Okay, guys. Let's just forget about the names.
Okay. She's saying that she just missed out. There are names under the story.
Right.
So you can add a text here.
For that you can just select this P symbol and just click wherever you want to type. And okay, so here are if you just select, let me just give you some examples. You'll just type something, then I'll show you how this works. So it's a random name. I just okay. Yeah, actually, I'm just going to change the font.
Sometimes while designing, the students just miss out on the fonts. Like if they're working with Open Sans, they go ahead with Open Sans. If they're using any particular fonts like Calibri, they go ahead with Calibri. So I think every element in your post or your designing requires some editings. Like if you notice a particular application like that's into like used, like if you talk about Swiggy, Zomato, they have a particular font where like they have particular norms or documented work where like for this part of the code we have to use this font, for this part of the code we use this. So it's good to deal with the fonts as well. That enhances your proposal for any organization or for your application you're designing.
Okay. एक चीज है which I like to tell you. Sometimes ना अपने ऐप या अपनी वेबसाइट को अट्रैक्टिव बनाने के लिए हम लोग काफी सारे फॉन्ट्स का यूज कर देते हैं और कभी कभी हम केवल एक ही फॉन्ट में सारा काम कर देते हैं. Don't use these things. Try to use 2 or 3 type of font in your in your design, as in font, shapes और any kind of illustrations, ये वो चीज़ होती हैं जो यूज़र को अट्रैक्ट करती हैं, जो यूज़र को बोलेगी कि यार हाँ जस्ट रीड दिस पोर्शन ऑफ दिस वेबसाइट. सो तुम्हें कोई सा भी फॉन्ट पसंद आ रहा है या लग रहा है कि यार हाँ मुझे थोड़ा फंकी चाहिए या यहाँ पे थोड़ा सीरियस है, जस्ट फील फ्री टू यूज एनी फॉन्ट. कोई फॉन्ट स्पेसिफिक नहीं है कि यार हाँ आप इस चीज़ में जा रहे हो तो आपको यही फॉन्ट यूज करना है, नहीं ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. यूज एनी फॉन्ट. बस ये ध्यान रखना कि डोंट यूज टू मच. इवन आई थिंक कलर्स भी, फॉन्ट भी, शेप्स भी एक लिमिट में यूज करना. काफी ज्यादा यूज मत कर देना, क्योंकि वरना being in
like recently you should be maintain your code. There should be enough white spaces. There should be some part of the textiles that are fascinating and that are not like that are attractive to the user, that are fascinating to the user, that are not disturbing the eyes of the user, like they don't feel to open your application or just work along that. So it's good to use decent stuff, decent styling, decent textiles. So yeah.
राइट. इवन कभी कभी ना कंपनी या क्लाइंट की भी डिमांड होती है दैट दे वांट समथिंग अट्रैक्टिव और फंकी. या आपके पास बहुत सारे फॉन्ट्स अवेलेबल हैं उसके लिए, यहाँ पे यूज योर इमेजिनेशन. Okay. Okay, so in this rectangle, I'm going to add some images. जहाँ से आपने color fill किया था, just go to that bar, select image, and you can select any image from your device. Okay, like let's select this one. And you can see कि आप इस इमेज को क्रॉप भी कर सकते हो. इवन let me just give you the hint. Okay, so move ahead and समझ लेते हैं. Guys, actually I'm not going to add any more icon here. So वो आप एक बार फिगर आउट करो कि आप कहाँ से क्या क्या आइकन ले सकते हो, क्योंकि टाइम अभी कम है हमारे पास. सो मैं जस्ट टाइपोग्राफी की आपसे बात कर रही थी अभी थोड़े टाइम पहले. Let's just discuss about that. Okay. अच्छा काव्या, I just need your help here.
Yeah.
हाँ. So काव्या, अभी इस टाइम पे आपको क्या दिख रहा है? मतलब काफी सेम साइन लग रहा है ये सब चीजें कि
Yeah, it's looking a bit vague. Like I am not liking the text styling here.
Right. ओके, काव्या क्या अब ये थोड़ा अलग दिख रहा है पहले से?
Better than before.
Right, that's the thing which I'm going to tell you guys कि use your colors, your size, anything, ताकि आप अपने फॉन्ट को ना या फिर आप अपने टेक्स्ट को डिफर कर पाओ एक दूसरे से. सो या एक्चुअली टाइम कम है इस टाइम पे. सो अगर कुछ क्वेश्चंस है रिगार्डिंग ऑल दीज थिंग्स तो आप पूछ सकते हो, क्योंकि जो अभी डिटेल्स आपको बताई हैं, बिकॉज विद द हेल्प ऑफ दोस यू कैन make your
Okay, if there are any queries, you can drop in the chat so that she can follow up with the queries right now, and we can at least draw one part of the code, like one post, and then you can make some similar post, and we can scroll down through the application. Are there any queries? Just drop in the chat. Okay, Deeksha, I think there are no queries. You can move ahead.
Okay, so I think we're going to wrap up this session. As in, the points I just told you guys are enough for you to make your own Instagram clone.
It's not just about Instagram. You can like use any, you can just for just starting or initiating anything on Figma, you can just take up any simple UI of any application and then move ahead. Since if any one of you have operated Blinkit, I could just see that it's just a clone of Swiggy's UI, and it's just a bit, like almost similar to what Swiggy offers in their UI. So you can just pick out anything, any application, and then move along that, so that at least you have hands-on. We have some questions. Can we fix the frame one such that we scroll down, frame one is fixed? Frame one is fixed. That's in the chat. Can we fix the frame one such that when we scroll down, frame one is fixed?
Frame one is fixed. You can do this. Just do not. It's all about your imagination. Just don't.
Okay, there is some locking button as well in the left of your frames. If you are just if you want to just work on a particular element and you don't want to disturb other elements, sometimes while working you just some elements just move alongside, so you can just lock those elements. And if you don't want to scroll the frame, then why to use a scroll bar? You just don't need to add the scrolling feature and just move just use the frame as it is. Want to explore grid? Just talk about grid a little bit, Deeksha.
Kavya, can you please just give me a minute and let me check my internet connection, okay?
Sure. Okay, till the time, if there are any queries. Sankalp, I think your query is resolved. Anyhow, was I able to answer the query up to the mark? Great. Okay, so are there any other queries?
Cheshta?
She has some internet connection issues, I guess.
So, Ayush is saying he wants to explore grid.
So, can you talk more about grids in
In your
Figma?
question, yeah, actually we use grid in our paintings and all. Yeah, here we use grid like if you have to adjust your images, your text. Okay, let me just tell you once again about the inspect. हाँ, so yes, you can see कि आपका वो जो भी आपकी शेप या आइकन है वो कौन से पोर्शन पे लाई कर रही है. If you need to change this, just use your arrow keys.
Grids is the way, like, while designing a particular logo, I have previously used grids over that. Like, if you want to have a proper alignment to the left of the page and the right of the page, then you generally use grids so that whenever you are designing some logo or some stuff, you have proper alignment through the entire frame you are using. So it's good to use frames in that case, like grids in that cases. So I think we can
Right.
we still have some upcoming sessions, and we can talk more about grids in that session. So yeah, if you want to add on something, Deeksha, you can.
Yes, actually, right, Kavya. If you talk about grid now, so as you say that we use those things in logo, and yeah, it's all about na alignment and how you want to align. Wait a minute. I'm so sorry, Kavya, about this internet issue.
It's okay. It's okay. Grids can be added from, I know, this in the above toolbar there is an option to add grids, and you can add grid while when you are designing some small elements, like you want to particularize something and you want to emphasize on that part of the code, like you have proper alignment to the right and left, up and down, you have placed your like whatever you have designed in the center of the page. That's the way you use grids, but in the end you have to remove grids because they show up on your page then. So there is another way to remove grids. We have the following sessions on Figma and career and designing, and we have another session. We'll follow up your questions in those sessions. And right now we're looking forward to wrap the sessions because we have like took around 1.5 hours, so that was a long session. Okay, apart from that, I wanted to just inform you all that we are probably having another offline event on Saturday, and that will be particularly based around Web3 and Solana. And I think each one of you should be there around the venue, and the other details will be revealed soon, and that will be beneficial for you. Latestly, we had a hackathon based on Web3, and our campus students highly participated into that. And the previous workshops on Web3 also like allowed them to enhance their skills and surf more about Web3, because these are the upcoming technologies and they are into power, like Web3 wallets, cryptocurrency, blockchain. And just to make your projects more more add on, like AI, ML features, artificial intelligence can be added towards the code you design using Python, Django. Web during when you use web development, you generally use blockchain and other stuff. So I think that will be a fruitful session for each one of you. I look forward to have you all around the seminar hall, room number 406. Other details will be revealed soon, and I think Ishika, you can end up with the YouTube stream, and we can take up the queries if they have any. And we still have a follow-up session for designing, so that we wrap up the entire designing event right now. And in the following month we have our Google Cloud League. Another thing we have is the orientation for the freshers, just to tell them more about what's this society about. This is facilitated by Google and another stuff, all the sessions we come up with. And yeah, we'll talk about this in the further sessions, and that was just a crux of what all is happening around right now, and you need to be active around. So that's the thing I want to discuss. Deeksha and Cheshta, if you want to just add on something and just greet everyone and then leave.
Guys, Shrestha has already shared the link of resources, so you can just go through with that. If you have any query, you can contact me or Shrestha.
You can drop them on their WhatsApp or LinkedIn or their mail IDs. I'll help you with them as well. You can just drop a mail at GDSC Delhi, MSIT Delhi@gmail.com, and then I'll help you with the other stuffs. I think the resources are enough for a developer for a UI UX designer to just seek an internship or do freelancing or any other stuff. So it's like we can guide you through the path, but eventually you need to perform it. You need to learn, and you need to just like learn the courses, follow up the courses on self-paced, like whatever you have some other commitments, but I think you have to follow up on that as well if you want. In the end, when you come up to second years or you become sophomores, you are like there is some side income required, and there are some careers you need to like look forward, because that's a stage where you need to explore every field just to look out for your interest. If you enter Android, you enter web, you enter graphic designing, you enter ML, AI, or whether any field. I think this is the time you need to explore each and every field, and then wisely choose up whichever suits you, because in the end it's your interest, it's your happiness with the field you have chosen, and it's your like it's your 100% towards what you like and what you love to do. Okay, so it's great, and DSC MSIT is still aiming to take up all the fields and help you explore through each and every field for the following year, so that you at least choose out the best for yourself. And I think everyone has a basic idea around every field then. Okay. Okay, Deeksha, do share your LinkedIn IDs in the chat. Okay, for now I would share my LinkedIn ID and help you with the Shads and Cheshtas as well. Just give me a minute. You can reach out to any of the team members. They'll help you through the roadmaps and how to be a part of the society, how to get certified from Google for your tenures, and yeah. There will be a recruitment drive again by the end of November, or in the beginning of December might be. So you can apply through that and get the chance to be a part of DSC MSIT. Okay, that's my LinkedIn handle, and that's Deeksha's LinkedIn handle. I'll help you with Cheshtas as well. Wait. I'm not able to get Cheshtas. I'm not sure whether that's Cheshta or not. Okay, this is Cheshta. Okay, last email ID, last LinkedIn ID is for Cheshta, so you can reach out to her through her LinkedIn. And that was all from our end, and we're looking forward to have you in the offline event as well. You will be informed, and the necessary information will be put up on the notice boards and around the campus. So that was all. We had a great session. I think that was a very fruitful session for you, at least to like to get the insights of designing and to have hands-on Figma. You can explore about other platforms, other tools on your end, because that was the path we could guide you through. Now it's your turn to just polish your skills and get something good for yourselves. Okay, thank you, Ayush. You all are free to leave the session, and thank you so much. It was great to have you all.